NaVi's turn to ban. NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5.
Shadow Demon.
TNC's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Vengeful spirit.
Beastmaster.
NaVi's turn to pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Bat Rider!
TNC's turn to ban. NaVi's turn to ban. NaVi's turn to ban. TNC's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Bounty Hunter.
TNC's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oracle.
NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Razor.
TNC's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. NaVi's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. NaVi's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Imber Spirit.
TNC's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining.
Huskar. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Bountiful.
Is a great conductor.
First blood, bagged, and I owe you one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'll take it.
Invisibility. Cashing out. Was there a bounty on me?
While I'm around. Off with you. New finalist into our shadows.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration!
See, I don't know if you watched the Execration the Execration versus who was it? Escape Gaming, game 1.
Yep.
Where they kind of realized that they had to get super aggressive in that game, just to throw Escape off from going for the straight up 5-man push. And that's kind of what Navi's doing right now. They're just creating as much chaos around the map because they know that TNC have this sick timing. So they have to get as much as they possibly can in the laning phase, and it's all about not throwing it away. Whereas TNC, their game plan's a lot easier. Set up a somewhat okay laning phase, then just start barreling down mid as 5.
So they're going all in on this kill on Dendy in the mid lane. Get the wave of turret, start things off. There's a nearby bounty hunter. Dendy gonna pop the ultimate as well and try turn and fight or take one down with it. That's a reasonable trade in Navi's eyes, especially with Dichira's rotation. He's come in, will take out Demons. Gets a second kill going Navi's way, and TNC are just over-committing for these kills, probably feeling pressured to salvage the laning stage, but this has not been the outcome they would have hoped for.
Yeah, I think they're almost over-committing for this right now, just because they know they can't really kill this Ember Spirit early on. Like, he's very strong. He's got level 6 already. So there's almost no chance that they're going to kill him without at least the Beastmaster ulti, which he doesn't have quite yet. So their only real target on the map is this mid lane or that bounty hunter. And it's going to cost so much for them every single time they go for either of these heroes. Like this is a Dendy that's got a level of unstable current and 900 HP and plenty of armor.
And you look at the Husker, it's just brown boots. It's nothing really much more at all on top of that at this point. And top lane, bit of a dive dog into Terrorblade, taking that art style in general. Gets the lasso off, no Sunder available. Raven gonna die to his own illusions. The Shadow Poison will blow him up. Meanwhile, to the east, it's Demon burning to the Firefly. Terrorblade, as mentioned, will go down to the Shadow Poison. Both kills going to art style from the grave. Take that money.
This is huge because that's one of the best possible scenarios is that the Shadow Demon gets that, but the Bat Rider's going to pick up the XP. He's going to have some free time up in this lane. And meanwhile, they're going to start the ball a little bit sooner just because I think they feel really pressured, which I believe is a mistake from them.
Cuckoo is going to find himself in a world of trouble as the searing change patches through as well. AU going to be on the receiving end of nasty Navi rotation. And you get the ball started too early, you don't have your items, and Navi just swoop on in and find easy kills. Husker's only level 5, he's only got 2 points in the Berserker's blood, so even the magic resistance isn't really all that much.
Yeah, he's got less overall XP than Artstyle so far. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about. You've got to stay calm in these types of games, and it just feels like they're getting so antsy. Like you can sense it all the way from the broadcast booth.
What do you look to do then? Like you say, you don't want to get antsy, you don't want to panic, but how do you catch up in this kind of situation, when you'd say?
I think you secure your safe lane first. I know the dire play is typically to go to the Radiant jungle and establish vision and try to get aggressive there. Like, you're almost never going to get vision in your own side, but I do think you try to pick up a kill or two on this Terrorblade, secure his farm a little bit more, because he's really going to be what determines when you decide to ball up and go for 5.
Well, they've smoked up, camped out this bottom room. Nietzsche comes in. Has a remnant though, and
they can't kill this guy.
Yeah, you mentioned just how he's kind of unkillable. Dendy in the mid lane with 900 HP, and the unstable current is somewhat unkillable, and it's showing. It's a raw committed, and TNC didn't have the damage.
If you go for Dendy mid, then Ra will almost always make the rotation over, because it's worth his time too.
The Terrorblade is probably the hero with the most damage output, so like you say, fight, get kills around him perhaps.
Yeah. This is a good play, by the way, by Dendy. Whenever you're the strongest hero in the game, which I think Dendy is at this point, then you simply you want to just be rude to like the other enemy safe lane, which is what they were trying to do, but that was a level 5 Husker. He was definitely not the strongest hero in the game.
Well, Navi now, they're going to make their next move. Smoke up towards this top lane. This Demon under the tower. There's an Oracle. But they've also got the Terrorblade in the jungle. General swooping on in. No Sunder leveled up, and as a result, Navi should be able to get this kill. They're going to have to fight their way through the Oracle protection as Raven getting healed up slowly. Dendy still chasing, dealing a lot of damage. The pushback should secure things here as Raven gets taken down deep on the TNC side of the map, but there isn't really any response available. TNC can't even keep him alive. They definitely can't find any kills.
Doesn't have mana.
Yep. Oh boy.
That's a track kill. Wait for your team.
Yep.
Get as many track kills.
let's huddle around. Give him a good bear hug, you know.
Dude, that's 50 gold for everybody. Don't underrate that.
Take it. Oh, it's 40 gold.
40.
only.
Oh, they
Well, you
nerfed
get
it.
the non-track gold as well, just for the AoE gold.
Yeah. This game is...
Dire's
Honestly, I thought
structures
TNC
are
had a very good Huskar draft. I thought they were going to be able to just go for the
Dire's
straight up
top
5-man at some point. But Navi have responded brilliantly.
This is
Dire's top
like what
tower
you've kind of
is
come to
fallen.
expect from the Sneeko Bounty Hunter, what didn't happen in their opening game today. Like, I lost a little bit of faith in the Sneeko Bounty when I saw their opening game, and he really struggled, but seeing what he's doing here, just that first couple of minutes of the game, with the amount of scouting information he got, the amount of wasted sentries on the Dire side,
Radiant's
a lot
courier has been
more of the
killed.
classic Sneeko. They're going to get a courier snipe here. They can't get the follow-up onto Dichara. Small little prize for TNC.
Navi should get out of this
Dire's
bottom lane,
top
unless they're
tower
here
is under
almost
attack.
immediately.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have to preemptively TP if they want to take this fight.
Yeah.
Batrider has to TP to the tier 2, and they've got to set up for this with their bounty
Dire's
hunter.
top
They're
tower
going to do
is
so.
under
They are.
attack.
They're TPing. They likely have smoke.
Ooh, cool play.
Drums completed for
Radiant's
general,
bottom
so
tower is under
have
attack.
that little bit of boost of attack and movement speed, and a much better team fighting item. You don't have the initiation, but they're very tanky and some great stats. They are going to fight this one. The TP under the tier 1. Here goes Sneeko, has the track in the front lines. Can General catch up? Off to the side, Raven's in Metamorph, but he does not want to turn and fight. The pushback will catch Raven, and Dendi, he's got the static link going. He's chasing the purge out on Raven as well. Still, no Sunder available with the disruption. That's more damage for Dendi, both Demon and Raven in all sorts of trouble. They've taken out 3, the 4th off to the side. They get 5, team wipe. Navi only lose 1. Great smoke initiation, and they have defended their tier 1 tower in a big way.
That play, when I said you have to defend, you have to go right now, it's so much easier to call as an analyst because you get to see the entire layout of the map, and you get to see, but Navi, they read that situation as if they had all the info in the world.
Yeah.
They immediately go for the tier 2, they group up, they take that fight, they frontline Dendi. At this point, TNC, I think they're early game panicking. What Sneeko was able to do in terms of creating space has
Dire's
just
bottom tower
created
is
way
under
too much
attack.
chaos in TNC's ranks.
Sneeko find himself a bounty rune, and that's going to be Navi's second tower of the game. It just does not feel like a Husker game or a Huskering at all right now. Cuckoo, level 7 only. Experience is 10,000 in Navi's advantage right now. 10,000 gold, but that XP at this early on is massive. Looking at these hero levels is absurd. You've got level 11, 10, 10, and 8 across Navi's cores and one of their
Dire's middle
supports.
tower
Meanwhile,
is under
every
attack.
TNC hero is level 8 and even as low as level 6.
Just, the thing is that TNC, their lineup is, you're kind of stuck with it, obviously. So you kind of have to continue to play within the limitations of your lineup, which is to go for that 5-man. And that bottom fight was kind of one of their
Dire's
last chances.
middle
I felt
tower
like
is
they
under
should have just
attack.
turned around and fight. You weren't going to win that fight. It was going to be
Yeah.
ugly, but you're going to get chased down by Navi's heroes.
Yeah, it's a Drums Batrider with an Ember Spirit who's got a cat, who's got track. At least try and get 2 or 3 kills before you get team wiped.
Yeah.
Perhaps is
There was no way they were going to win that fight, but even trades at this point when you're this far behind they would love that.
Well, now Bat has a Blink Dagger as well. Level 11, General lurking around this middle lane, but TNC just using the Metamorph to farm. So they're going to change their game plan, which is going to be just avoid fights, pushes, engagements of any kind, and just farm.
So for casual viewers, I guess this is the real secret. When you're playing Dire side and you're ahead, this is where you want to farm. You want to farm these 3 camps as much as you possibly can. That limits the amount of farm that Radiant has to work with. Then once in a while, you'll just smoke into your own jungle and get rid of Radiant. When you are behind, these are the only 2 camps you can farm. You can farm the Ancients and the big camp, and you pretty much have to wait because you have no idea what Navi are doing.
Can you still go for any smoke plays, or you think it's just like they're too far behind?
They are.
Dire's middle
They are
tower
that far
is under
behind.
attack.
The weird thing is Navi has the much better pick off and go for side engagements in the lineup, but it's actually Navi that are just going for the 5-man because just how strong they are.
Yeah, this kind of item advantage. Art style, by the way, going straight into an Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, say goodbye to Berserker's Blood when you get an Aghanim Scepter and Shadow Demon. The break, disabling that passive. And hey, you've got 3 charges of it. Okay.
I didn't even
Dire's
realize he
bottom
was that
tower is
farmed.
under attack.
I realized he was getting some farm, but I just expected to see like a 4-staff or something, but no, he's going straight Ags.
It's like, guys,
He's not
just this
messing
one
around.
time.
Oh, Art style is probably one of the greedier support. Like, he's the 4-position support who plays the 5-position heroes.
Yeah.
He always has way more farm than Sneeko. His Witch Doctor gets like 18-minute Aghanim Scepters in some games.
A lot of engagement. TNC.
Shouts him out, Remnants away.
They really want to get something out of this.
Sad style they go and he gets roared up. Can he be protected though? He's been slightly healed up, has a disruption, will use it on himself. He's completely stranded. And here comes NaVi from the side. They've tracked up a couple of heroes. Again, the initial kill on the Oracle. Uku's going to blow after the 14 Zen. And General's got the catch on AU's Zen, making it a 3-for-1. Sam H will back off past the T2 tower. Meanwhile, Terrorblade, he doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't even have Metamorph, so never going to be a fight that they wanted to take. And these are not just kills, these are track kills.
The weird thing is that TNC still upticked in gold.
Just from, yeah, that's how much gold they get from that kill, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
you gotta
attack.
take what you can get if you're TNC right now. Like any sort of trade like that, that's kind of what I was advocating when they took that 5-man fight at bottom, when they all decided that they were gonna run. You can't show that kind of weakness with this kind of lineup.
We're getting tracks off now, but they will swing back towards the Roche area. I say area, I don't see them likely taking Roche right now, not with their lineup, but NaVi in perfectly fine position to continue to fight if they want to. They have such a farm advantage, but it's going to be TNC who look to make the next move. They've completed Armlet, they've got Metamorph again. They want to try catch NaVi by surprise.
One of the better options if they can get one of these huge core pickoffs. But
I say by surprise, it's catching him by surprise by taking a Roche, so.
okay, this is truly the all-in play. If NaVi reads this Roche movement, I think it's reasonable for TNC to just call it a day, because they depend on this heavily. They're not showing anywhere on the map. I think as soon as the Neko walks in, there's not even a sentry down.
Well, get the agent. Husker, okay, he just barely picked up. If they kill General, that'd be huge here, and they will do so. Husker will lose his Aegis. Unfortunately for Raven, he's stuck on the high ground. He's going to be stuck on the high ground with his own illusion. They're going to beat away on him. Oh, he gets pulled back down. Nice spot. He sunders his buddy as well, so he's going to be healed back up. And now,
Finally a good
has
play.
lost 3 Cuckoo. On his second life, he's finding his wings. Terrible illusion. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. That's level 4 disruption. TB illusion on the high ground with Dragonlance.
Dude, that was like a tower defense. They were just walking around it.
Yeah. They're the creeps in the maze.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
tower. I mean, right now, some of TNC's heroes do feel like creeps.
Alright, what's the
Without
fight recap?
Fazit.
TNC had to have gone like 30k gold or something.
We're not seeing the team fight recap. We can look at the gold graphs. It was about a 2k gold swing looking at it. It may continue, but I mean, they lost a lot of heroes as well. Ugh. Oh boy.
This is so far been so rough.
That's at least signs of life, you know?
That is true.
But how much of a timer is there on like a Husker draft? Like we've seen NaVi themselves. I remember that classic game against the Lions at the last major where, hey, it's a Husker draft. They're not winning. It's going late game. They're going to lose. But no, their Husker went 60, 70 minutes.
I do think, by the way, that Huskar is a decent late game hero now.
Yeah.
Like he's not as bad as he used to be. Before it was kind of like you have Huskar kind of all in, but now he's quite strong.
2 purges already on Cuckoo. Will they use a third? Cuckoo, how much heal is there from Demon? He's getting fairly low here. He's still fighting. He will blow up. Husker and Bat trade each other. Sneeko, out of mana here on the front line. He's going to take a lot of damage. Demon's Oracle helping find these kills into 2-for-2 trade here.
Yeah, Ross still has a lot to work with though.
Yeah. Disruption will overlap with the Searing Chains, but it doesn't matter. The Venge is done for. The Terrorblade comes in though, doing some good damage with the Metamorphosis. He's going to get one. Force the Ember Spirits of Remnant away, so again, it's an okay fight. You know, you trade 3 for 3 when you're behind. Yeah, there we go, 1600 gold swing.
I think NaVi is getting way too reckless right now. Like before they were waiting for that Oracle ultimate to go down on the Huskar, then just kind of kiting around. Probably the more important thing is they're not fighting around their strongest hero anymore. Like they're not making their game plan around Dendi. They're just kind of going for these YOLO engagements.
Yeah. I mean, Artstyle literally ran in trying to solo kill the Husker using like all his demonic purge charges.
I saw General just like bop into 5 heroes and he's just like YOLO.
Yeah. I mean, it's NaVi. That's what they're known for, and that's what sometimes gives them these crazy wins. You know, they catch teams by surprise. They dive towers. You don't quite know what they're doing at tier 4 towers 12 minutes in. when they haven't taken a tier 1, but it happens sometimes.
I absolutely do not think they have to make these kind of plays though, Gods. I think they're in a comfortable enough position where they can simply just transition in a 5-man and frontline with that Razor who is incredibly strong.
So just want a 5-man, take down these kind of out of tier 2 towers, take control of the enemy jungle type play.
If TNC get a little bit rowdy and decide that they're going to come out, then you take an engagement, but so far I think TNC, now they've actually kind of have a way to win.
Yeah,
especially if they kill Dendi.
They're going to start things off by killing Dendi. Can they get any follow-up kills? They've got the Necro 3. They should be able to see Saniko soon if they can get it in front. Instead, it's going to be the side fight where a disrupted Cuckoo needs to be careful. Oracle is there, will pop the ultimate to try to keep Cuckoo alive. The heals are there, but the Demonic Purge means he's not getting that magic resistance, and I don't think he's going to survive. Blows up, and that is not the outcome TNC were hoping for after killing Dendi. They lose the Husker. General's Lasso does not find any follow-up damage, so Sam H will be okay for now.
Still, I think this is perfectly fine for TNC. As long as they don't lose too much more.
Sam H will get away, so we'll just be the 1-for-1.
I do think, though, that NaVi is just getting... They're feeling their strength a little bit too much. They've got strongman syndrome where they feel like they're so much stronger than TNC that they're getting sloppy around the map right now, and all of a sudden TNC, that's gotta be a huge morale boost that they can somewhat compete in a fight despite being as far behind as they are.
NaVi gonna add another kill to their collection as they get another track kill. That's the crazy thing. Just one kill like that when you're ahead is a 1200 gold swing because of track.
Tower is under attack.
It is a level
Dire's
11 bounty hunter.
are fortified.
Well,
And he does have a lot of farm now. He's got, once he has the Solar Crest, it's going to be quite effective against that Huskar, who is going for that Dragon Lance, going to be nowhere near BKB or an MKB.
Dire's bottom tower has
that's
fallen.
cool. TP in bottom. Man, too much mid lane. Looks like just a casual Demonic Purge from art style. This is likes throwing these out.
You gotta flaunt it if you got it.
Yeah. He's probably like, hey, look at me, Terrorblade. I have the same net worth as you almost.
What are you gonna do about it, kid?
Yeah.
NaVi is still perfectly fine. I just think that they're doing unnecessary moves right now. Like, they're making the game harder for themselves than it has to be.
Dire's top tower is
Okay.
under attack.
That took me. Oh, we'll see what TNC's move is. They picked up a gem now. It's going to be another smoke move. Bringing in 5. I don't actually. They've been using so many smokes. I believe they actually are out of
Dire's
them.
top
Yeah.
tower is under
I would have been
attack.
really surprised if they had any left.
But it is very much the let's 5-man type mindset from them.
NaVi finally starting to group together. I really like this. That they're kind of recognizing, okay, gotta pump the brakes a little bit, had some fun.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is somewhat reminiscent of what we saw earlier at the bottom tier 1 tower. NaVi setting up to make a defense of a tier 1 tower, and
They can get this
TNC
pincer.
need to retreat, but it's General from behind. The swap, okay, not going to be needed. They got the Oracle ultimate off instead. This does mean both the TB and Husker are somewhat vulnerable as that's not available. Disruption comes out, catches Raven. He has popped the Metamorphosis just yet. He's on the retreat here as Cuckoo in the front line, doing alright to hold his own so far, but Dendi,
Gotta take this fight.
he's chasing. He wants Cuckoo. The swap back is there. Dendi getting very low. Sanic from the side, trying to bring him down. Won't be able to do so. Cuckoo still barely alive. They've lost the Terrorblade though, and Cuckoo tracked up. They see him with this disruption. I believe NaVi should be able to gather. Bring down Cuckoo if possible. He goes on Hardstyle. He gets one. Can he get more? Cuckoo needs to armlet toggle, but it won't be possible. 3 down on the side of TNC, including both carries. That was
Dire's
a
middle
bit more
tower
discipline
is
from
under
NaVi.
attack.
Yeah. More importantly, that was the freshly picked up gem. I really like the play that General made there, by the way. He forced that Oracle ultimate off onto the Beastmaster, which is the last thing that you want to do. I think you have to have more discipline if you're Demon right there and kind of hold that button and say, this has to be for the Huskar. He is our primary fighting target. Can't really do anything about that, but instead, so much is committed to trying to help out the Beastmaster, who ultimately gets off a roar that doesn't impact the fight.
NaVi now on the high ground. All these heroes dead. TNC won't lose their racks before a fight, I imagine, but it's a
Dire's
tier 3
middle
tower down, and
has fallen.
TNC
Dire's middle barracks are
not
under
going to get
attack.
any catches on the way out.
Yeah, Ron, not really the target they want to go for.
Yeah, he's got a completed dataless now, so his damage starting to rack up. This will be useful at dealing with and clearing out the TB illusions in these fights. All that cleave damage off of them will be amplified, but same time, NaVi pick up an Aether Lens on art style. They're getting items all over the place.
That is a very farm Shadow Demon.
Yeah. And even Sneeko, he was kind of struggling for farm compared to Artsal earlier, but with a sudden influx of track kills, he is at 18 assists, 8 kills, and very, very farmed.
I think Navi's play now is pretty standard. Just go for the Roshan, and then you can go for the high ground attempt shortly after.
Cool. Sneeko going to come and get wards around the Roshan, and it looks like, yeah, grab an Aegis, push high ground. Classic move. This NaVi gonna find, they see TNC and they probably have a good idea that TNC may be lacking smokes at this stage of the game. There is a Hawk on top, so they do see this going down. I think TNC are probably thinking, we just gotta go. We have a better chance maybe catching them around this pit than anywhere else, so. They are grouped up. General leading on the front lines. He gets swapped back in. Nice play. That's going to lead the back rider off. And Roche can't be covered by NaVi in time for Nico. Very low himself will get chased down by the Huskers. That's a 2-0 so far. Raven purged up, taking a lot of damage. The Sleight of Fist as well contributing to that one. But Cuckoo on the front line needs to get the armor toggle off. He's going to get some help from the Oracle with that ultimate. Artsal going to be taken out, but I don't think Cuckoo's going to be too happy with this outcome for him. Another Sleight of Fist will see him beaten. Gem on the ground, Sameh can try and recover that one, but he needs to also try and get out of here, which won't be possible. 4 for 3, a very messy fight. Dicha Ra, really remnants away. Luckily for him, Terrorblade shouldn't get off any more attacks, and still going to be a gold change in TNC's favor because of the deficit between the two teams.
Yeah,
I think the crazy thing about that fight to me is how much more damage TNC have to do. They did 11,000 damage to Navi 6,000.
You've got to plug away.
Yeah.
I mean, the real deficit here for TNC is just the fact that the 2 supports from Navi have an ungodly amount of farm. And the 2 supports from TNC are pretty much just, they're spellcasters. Like, you get your big abilities off, and that is your contribution to teamfight. It's almost entirely on the cores right now.
You say cores at TNC, it really feels like there's just one core, considering the net worth. With that Roche, 5 of the top 6 net worth heroes all on Navi.
That is... I mean, TNC can still kind of do it. You saw how much damage Huskar can put out in the fight despite being in the bottom 3 of net worth. He's still that scary monster where he just throws... fire is timeless, man. Fire doesn't matter how much farm you have. You just chuck it at people.
You can get like is BKB the item, I guess? Just want to be able to get rid of that. Does it get rid of the, it doesn't get rid of the break, I guess, does it? Well, I mean, I guess you take no magic damage, so it's kind of nice anyways.
I think BKB's maybe not even that great.
Yeah.
If you look at Navi's lineup, the only thing that it really stops would be the disruption, and that's not, you're not even the primary target for that. The rest of it, Bendy's right clicks, the bad ultimates, the Ember Spirit. BKB, I think, sounds good on paper because BKB almost always sounds good on paper, but General's gonna break that smoke. That was their 10-minute smoke gods.
Blink Raw, Artsal caught out. That's actually a useful kill if they can get it, but it doesn't look like that's possible. Raven coming in, but we'll see the defensive disruption used, and TNC have lost 2 as Artsal will get pummeled upon by Raven. Don't think that necessarily speaks to TNC's chances here. They need a Sunder. Raven, he can't find anyone. Dicha Ra managed to juke back into the fog, and as a result, Kimi goes down. Ultra kill for Zenzi. NaVi found a way to break through TNC here in game number 1. I believe that fight perhaps looking at the end for TNC.
You did say that Navi it was going to be hard for them to just go for straight up pushes, but if they could just take TNC in a fight outside, it would be okay for them. And TNC, 5 men down, at least double racks, you're looking at minimum. Neither of the cores want to buy back until both the supports are up at least.
Well, unfortunately, TNC can fight coming off to the 2-0 to work their way through NaVi. They're going to make one last attempt here. Not completely over just yet as Cuckoo buy back and hold the second lane of racks, which NaVi were looking for. If you're NaVi, you're thinking, okay, let's wait for the respawns, regroup. Shadow Demon and Bat are going to come back into the picture soon. You've got 6k gold on Dicha. You can just pick up a bunch of new items. Dendi himself, 4k gold. After a fight like that, as well as racks money, you're looking at a lot of money to invest in your next level of items.
Diarra, what do you get here? You get Lincoln's, then you would truly be unkillable.
Ooh. He hasn't so much been the raw target, but you can always use this on teammates if you want, or just play even more aggressive with it.
I don't think he can die anymore. It's incredibly hard for TNC to lock this hero down in teamfights because they don't have that prize AoE factor. They just have single target, which is not that fantastic against Ember Spirits.
See the created Dragon Lance now from Terrorblade. Any kind of cheap, cost-effective item you can buy. It may save a teammate. Yeah, you're the carry, but at this point, saving someone like a Husker could help out your team fight.
Take what you can get, gods.
Yep, Raw coming out. They've actually caught Artstyle on a bit of a warding mission there, but TNC themselves had eyes. And goes back a bit to NaVi. They have played a bit sloppy. Artstyle's played hyper aggressive at times by himself. Like he's not playing around his team.
Because he feels like he's a core.
Not every day you get this kind of bug. He's 12, 9, and 13. I think the emphasis there when I'm talking about sloppy is that he has died 9 times.
Oh, for sure.
He's half of their deaths.
Alright, when you put it in a perspective like that, sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, but I mean, for NaVi, they're doing just fine here. They get the vent kill, they're going to follow up with Demon and Cuckoo. Stranded without support. As a Husker, you need that vent swap, you need that Oracle ultimate. Cuckoo will die before the Oracle can come back into the fight. Demon just not there in time to help his buddy out. So Nico back to safety with the evasion from the Solar Crest and the green. He's just so tanky and hard to kill. Raven has no Sunder. He has a Force though. He's going to push himself back down and find himself getting away from the plasma field of Dandy. Instead, it's going to be Sam H keeping away as well. So TNC, they held on, but again, it's a couple of buybacks here or there. It's also, perhaps more importantly, the Metamorphosis being used.
They committed a lot, just to try to survive in that engagement. Now Artstyle, core player here, is back. NaVi going to go for the bottom push. They swap in Dendi though.
Well, with it, if it was short little while left for the Metamorph, now it wears off with the defensive disruption. Dendi kept alive, he can charge forward if he wants to. NaVi, get racks. Nah, we're going to go for the kills. Let's dive your base, then let's get the racks if possible. And NaVi are just so strong right now. Teacher around the front line with the help of General, locking down the Terrorblade will secure themselves. Game 1, 46 kills in 32 minutes. NaVi Dota.
I think for the first 15 minutes of Dota, NaVi played just brilliantly. I thought they went absolutely insane.
Yeah.
That bottom play was honestly just a thing of beauty. That was awesome to watch.
To that, it wasn't flawless, but it was kind of that mindset where it's like, we're so far ahead, as you said. Like, Artstyle was like, alright, I'm just gonna go off. I'm a core.
Yo, David, Seneko went insane.
Yeah.
He just forced people to chase him around the map. He got kills. He ruined Cuckoo's game. That was